Lord Sugar is one of those who'll be keen to hear what the FA have to say. He joins us from our central London studio. Lord Sugar, welcome to you. If the call comes, and it is an if at this stage, for Harry Rednapp to Tottenham, how do you feel Daniel Levy and the rest of his board will respond?
Well, I think Daniel and the board and fans and people in general like me will be rather disappointed. But I've been following it, obviously, like everyone else. And there's talk of in the media saying that Harry has always shown his interest in the job. Maybe I've missed it. I've been in Siberia or somewhere like that. I've never actually seen Harry saying, "I really want the job," because, I mean, I know Harry. I don't know him that well. But one thing I do know from knowing him from West Ham days and over the past 15 years or so, is that he is a rather streetwise person and shrewd in that way. And if it was me, that would be the last job I ever wanted in football, because, I mean, it's doomed, quite frankly. You know, people last for 2 or 3 years. There's always some excuse as why they're going. It's either a player who got a red card and been banned for 3 games, so we didn't do this, or a ball went over the line and we got cheated out of this and that and the other. We don't win, and if you don't win, you're going to be out.
Yeah. It's an absolute bear pit, isn't it? I mean, but the question remains. Harry Rednapp clearly has done wonders at Tottenham, and he may be on the point of taking that club into that, that golden space, the top 4 position that the club have, I'm sure, long hankered for. He's got a fabulous team. They play beautiful football. Nonetheless, if the call comes, OK, we've addressed, perhaps what Daniel Levy ought to do, but if you were Harry Rednapp, and I hear what you're saying about the fact and he did it this morning, he was saying, I'm committed to Tottenham, but there will be a big emotional pull, as there has been for many managers, domestic managers, who've had the call and said, when it came to it, I can't refuse.
No, not really. I mean, so some people are their own people. Let me cite, for example, a great Sir Alex Ferguson, who, we don't need to talk about how good he is. Now, I'm not that I've read anything in newspapers or heard anything officially, but I think we've all known in football that somewhere down the line, someone must have approached him, nod, nod, wink, wink. Would you be interested in the England job if it ever came up? And I'm pretty sure those conversations went on. He's not. He's interested in achieving things in his own right. In his own football club. And I think, the biggest problem, in my view, is the biggest problem in British football, and why I don't think we ever succeed, is because of Sky. You have done a fantastic job, right, in making the British Premier League the best league in the world. And in order to be the best league in the world with so much money that is thrown at it, OK, clubs fight to exist in that league, and in order to do so, they recruit players from abroad, thus stopping young players coming in and learning their skills. And that's why we can't put together a team that's ever going to bring home a major international trophy. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking to the chairman of the Football Supporters Association an hour ago, and he said actually quite the reverse of what you said. He said there is enormous potential out there. Lots of young players, and, you can look at what Harry Redknapp's done at Tottenham, harnessing young talent. I mean, and indeed, from your own experience in business, it is possible, with the right leadership, to turn round enterprises which hitherto have looked as ropey as you like. And everybody agrees that Harry Redknapp has great leadership skills. And if anybody can do it, and people are hearing what you're saying about what a poison chalice it is, he might be the man.
Well, yeah, but, then again, why would you enter into something where, no one's ever achieved before? I mean, if Harry Redknapp or anybody else wants to take on the job, they don't want to take it on just for the money side of things. They want to take it on because they actually want to be remembered one day for someone that actually brought something home. And, when managers take on a job, even at a football club, they take it on knowing sometimes realistically that actually this particular club that I'm joining, the best thing I'm going to be able to do is make them survive in the Premier League, or the best thing I might be able to do is to get them a good cup run, or the best thing I might be able to do is to get them in the top 4. managers are very, very sensible. They know the potential of what they've got. And all I'm saying is this, I'm not undermining British football, is that our young players do not get the chance, because if you look at all the major strike force of all the Manchester Cities, Manchester United, Chelsea and Arsenal and even Tottenham, really, look at those players up front, the strikers and all that stuff, with the exception of Rooney, they're all foreign. And if they weren't here, and if you people, with the greatest respect, didn't throw so much money at the game, we would be forced to be using younger talent, just like the Spanish did, and we could build an international team.
It's a very interesting point you make, Lord Sugar. I'll pass it on upstairs. Thanks very much indeed. Lord Sugar there with